Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Dr. Azhar and my fellow friend. In this video, we are talking about the average daily on-screen time. It's a pleasure to introduce my fellow groupmate whose commitment and creative have played a crucial role in the success of our segment. For the population and sample is to investigate the difference between female and male UTSI students in their daily screen time. We distributed a survey using Google Form and spread it among students. As a result, we get a total of 30 UTSI students, including both gender. The objectives of our study first is to determine the parameter estimation of screen time between male and female students. Second is to determine if there are significant differences in screen time between male and female students and screen time activity. Third, to determine the strength of the relationship between total screen time and sleep hour.
Next is methods. We use three methods which are estimation of mean for two population, a test of independent chi-square test and also correlation coefficient. For instrument, we use questionnaire research method and we got 30 respondents which are 15 male students and 15 female students. The questions are related to gender, daily average on screen time, common screen time activity, and average sleep hours per day. And this is the data analysis from the survey that we conduct.
The first method is estimation of the mean for two populations. Here we have the data for male screen time and female screen time. From the data, we can calculate the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation. As for male, the mean, which the formula is x bar equal to sum of x over number of samples, is equal to 10.2667. And for female, the mean is 8.8. Now, we calculate the variance. For male, the variance is 17.7810, and for the female, the variance is 25.0286. After we get the variance, we can calculate the standard deviation. For male, the standard deviation is 4.2168, and as for female, the standard deviation is 5.0029. From the survey, we let x1 bar and x2 bar be the means of two respective samples, which are male and female. From the information given, we see that the n for male is 15, the mean is 10.2667, and the standard deviation is 4.2168. As for female, the n is 15, the mean is 8.8, and the standard deviation is 5.0029. The confidence level is 1 minus alpha, which equal to 0.95. After that, we calculate the standard deviation of x1 bar minus x2 bar. Firstly, we need to find the SP, which we get 4.6266. Now we can find the standard deviation of x1 bar minus x2 bar. With the formula of SP multiplied by square root of 1 over n1 minus 1 over n2, we get 1.6894. For area in each tail, since alpha is equal to 1 minus 0.95, which equal to 0.05. Therefore, alpha over 2 is equal to 0.025. The degree of freedom which we get from n1 plus n2 minus 2 is 28. And the t-distribution that we get from 0.025 and degree of freedom 28, we have 2.048, and it is in the right tail. The 95% confidence interval for mean 1 minus mean 2 is x1 bar minus x2 bar plus minus the t distribution for standard deviation x1 bar minus x2 bar, and we get the confidence interval is negative 1.9932 to 4.9266 hours. Thus, with 95% of confidence, we can state that the difference between mean screen times of male students and female students is between -1.9932 hours to 4.9266 hours. Therefore, on average, male students may spend up to 4.9266 hours more or 1.9932 hours less on screen daily compared to female students.
Second method, the test of independence, chi-square test. Transform the data of gender and activity into a table. Step 1. State null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis, gender and screen time activity are not related, and alternative hypothesis, gender and screen time activity are related. Step 2. Use chi-square to make a test. Step 3. Determine the rejection and non-rejection region. Degrees of freedom, we get 2 and alpha equal to 0.05. From the chi-square distribution table, the critical value of chi-square equal to 5.991. It is on the right tail. Okay. Step 4. Calculate the value of the test statistic. The expected frequencies for the various cells are calculated as follows, and they are listed in the parentheses in table. This is the table that I mentioned in step 4. By using the formula here and all the values that we get from the previous calculation, we will get chi-square equal to 5.0714. The last step is make a decision. The value of the test statistics, chi-square equal to 5.0714 is less than the critical values of chi-square equal to 5.991 and it falls in the non-rejection region. Hence, we fail to reject the null hypothesis since there is not enough evidence from the sample to claim a significant relationship between gender and screen time.
And the last method is correlation coefficient. In this method, we're going to use t-test method, which is step 1, we're going to state the hypothesis. The null hypothesis is there is no linear relationship between screen time and sleep hours. An alternative hypothesis is there is a linear relationship between screen time and sleep hours. And for the step 2, we're going to find the critical value, which is the alpha equal to 0.05 and degree of freedom 30 minus 2 equal to 28, which is it falls in the non-rejection region. Step 3, we're going to compute the two test value, which is r equal to negative 0.2346 and our n equal to 3. And after that, we're going to compute all the data into the t-test, which is equal to negative 1.2770. And after that, step 4, we're going to make the decision, which is do not reject the null hypothesis since the test value dot falls in the critical region. And last but not least, step 5, we're going to summarize the result, and there is no enough evidence to support the claim of the significant relationship between screen time and sleep hours.
Lastly, for the conclusion, the study analysis respondents are from 30 student male and female University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. The difference between mean screen times of male students and female students is between negative 1.9932 hours to 4.9266 hours. Therefore, on average, male students may spend up to 4.9266 hours more or 1.9932 hours less on screen daily compared to female students. The value of the test statistic of chi-square is 5.0714, while the critical value is 5.991. Since the critical value is greater than the test statistic, there is no significant relationship between gender and screen time. The test value for T is negative 1.2770, while the critical value is 2.048. Since the critical value is greater than the test value, there is no significant relationship between screen time and sleep hours. That's all from us. Thank you.